What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Having Said That show. I'm Adi here with Jay.
What's up, guys?
And guys, today I am very excited because we have the incredibly talented, very handsome, and honestly, the sweetest guest we've ever interacted with. You guys know him from Made in Heaven. Arjun Mathur is on the show.
All right. Thank you. Wow, that was amazing description. Thank you.
I mean, you've been so kind to our show in the past half an hour that we've been chatting with you, and we know that your wife is not a fan of the show. so we're trying to do everything we can to get her to be a fan.
We're gonna try to convince her you guys are not South Bombay snobs.
How can we lie to her?
But congratulations, you recently got married, man.
Yeah, recently.
Yes.
And apparently made some waves because it was like the smallest wedding possible, and that is not at all what people were expecting from me, I guess.
Did you do it in Bombay?
Yeah, at the Versova Seven Bungalows Arya Samaj temple.
Wow.
Yeah. It was like we gave our parents like 4 days. Like, this is the date, this is the time, be here. Yeah.
Damn. So we were supposed to have Arjun on that weekend, I think, and he messaged us, and he didn't. Did he mention that he's getting married? He just said, "Guys, I'm so sorry, I'm swamped." I was like, "Bro,
please get married, bro." Imagine that's why his wife hated us, bro. I was like, I may have to go on a podcast, but I'm married.
Oh my god, I'm just talking. I was just legitimately the sweetest message I've ever received saying, "Don't worry if it's not possible, I'll try and make it, but there's a project I really want to be there for." And I was like, oh, this is so sweet. I sent a screenshot to them and I was like, he's just so lovely to interact with. I was like, everyone in my social circle thinks you're the nicest person ever because you were just like, we've had guests who have been not so great to interact with. So like you
Who do you have? Who you don't?
Drop a name.
I'll tell you, honestly, Aditya and Jahangir are nightmares when people I meant the host. But no, and you were like, I promise I won't reschedule and all of this. And I was like, oh, he's so nice. I did not know it was your wedding, bro.
So clearly all of us.
I guess you're a small one because it's like, when you go to work all day and you do something, you don't want to come home and do it again.
Yeah,
like a chef cooks all day. They don't want to come home and make another meal.
Most chefs are just full. Apparently, while cooking, they don't want to taste their food because they're like, we're just like full from the fumes.
So clearly, all of us think you're very nice. So does our audience so far. But the first thing we do on the show is the controversial opinion. So let's see if you can change their minds.
Okay, I have a few, but there's a simple one. There's a really okay. I guess I'll go with the really simple one first, which is like, it's about something really simple but highly divisive. It's about ketchup.
Okay.
And I feel that ketchup is to be eaten with all things fried, deep fried.
Okay.
All things deep fried.
All forms of egg.
Okay.
Yeah. And what was the third? And all forms of fast food.
Okay.
Yeah.
2 of those I can get
Fight
behind.
me.
No.
The
All
eggs.
forms of eggs.
Fried egg.
I've heard a lot of people eat ketchup with eggs.
Yeah.
Fried egg.
I have. Yeah.
Fried egg, scrambled egg,
Poached
omelette.
Poached egg.
Boiled egg? You have boiled egg with
maybe the only
ketchup?
one I'd not do is maybe poached. Yeah. Okay. But otherwise,
Boiled egg as well, you'd have ketchup with?
Okay, let me also be clear that when I say ketchup, I specifically mean Maggi hot and sweet.
I knew you were
Which is
That changes things.
That's different.
That's a hot sauce
Yeah,
ketchup.
yeah, yeah.
That's different.
fine. That is ketchup
Very
to me for
acceptable,
the last 20 years.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
That
That's
actually makes
okay.
a
That's
lot
fine.
more.
Okay, so that's not that controversial then.
But I feel
Yeah.
like you've just included all foods. You said fast food, deep fried food, and eggs.
Basically, only healthy shit is without ketchup.
Healthy shit.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, not all fast food, right? Like if you get like a curry or something, you're not gonna like a wok.
Curry is not fast.
Like a katsu curry.
Like a wok, you know how they do the wok express
I
or
don't
whatever.
feel fast food. Fast food is like
Yeah, I mean
McDonald's.
burgers,
Yeah.
pizza
Pizza.
even.
Pizza.
Yeah, hot and sweet with pizza. I'll fucking do
That's
it.
crazy.
Yeah.
With pastas also?
No.
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 Pizza is balanced.
Nothing that has its own sauce per se, except maybe like a saucy burger. But
Burger,
otherwise-
fries. I think ketchup
Yeah.
is the best sauce for fries.
Yeah.
right? Unless you hate ketchup.
Yeah, I actually am not a fan of most of these like fry sauce and burger sauce that the burger restaurants make and
Yeah.
send us. I'm like, just The hot and sweet. Yeah.
Okay, what's the more complicated controversial?
More complicated one is about a filmmaker
Yes.
called Sandeep Reddy Vanga,
Yes.
Yeah.
who's I as films enjoyed watching Kabir Singh and Animal.
Oh.
Yeah.
That is controversial.
Oh, okay.
That is
Okay.
controversial.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So wait, he's
yeah.
the director
He's the
for
director
both
of
of them.
both these films. I too think that he definitely has issues. I mean, yeah, for sure. Most creatives do, but like,
Sure. No, we know.
I mean, sure, he has a misogynistic streak and whatnot, maybe whatever. But if I'm just seeing his films
Just from like
as
a movie
piece
perspective.
of art
Yeah.
that involves craft and actors getting into a character and playing that character, I cannot fault those films.
Yeah, I agree.
Sure. Maybe just as like movies.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought they were fucking tightly written,
Yeah.
excellently edited,
Interesting.
excellently performed. I think both Shahid and Ranbir gave their career best performances, I think, in those two
Yeah.
films. And I just think that like they've just both been victim to what is prevalent nowadays, which is just like noise everywhere, and you just like pull something down before even giving it a chance. You know, you just see a hype train and jump on it.
To be
And
honest, those movies made a lot of money. Animal made
Yeah.
a shit
They
ton
did.
of money. So like,
they did, yeah.
like a lot of people went and watched it, I guess.
And liked it.
And liked
And
it a
liked
lot.
it.
And I mean, like,
I guess it's controversial to say that you liked it.
That's the thing.
exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
I
yeah.
think so.
In
I
the
think so.
industry, I think it is. I'm who I am is what you're describing is because I just did not. What really put me off, I'll be honest with
Yeah.
you, is that you have the most successful movie in the country. It's clearly done very well. And then, like when in his interviews, he was just being very sort of like vindictive and petty.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's like at this point, you are winning. Like you have no
Yeah.
reason to talk down to anyone because
Yeah.
like
What was he saying?
it was just like he was like like going after the critics and being like it didn't
Oh.
like at that point, man, like you are clearly talented.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've made these two massive movies.
Yeah.
Some people didn't like it. It doesn't really matter because you are going to make another movie.
Yeah.
And you have clearly done so much. That's what really put me off. And I was like, I'm sure these are great. I just don't want to see it.
Were
Agreed that there's no need to kind of whatever, man. The noise is the noise.
Yeah, you know what I
the
mean?
graceful thing to do is to ignore it, really.
Well, let me ask you guys this. When he was criticizing the criticism of the critics, like, was he criticizing the fact that they didn't like it because of his checkered past or whatever, or because they didn't like the movie?
It's not a checkered past as much. It's just what the criticism against him is that he glorifies misogyny. And there's like his like characters are usually like super aggressive towards women and like violent.
Okay.
But let's talk about that also. Like, I mean, like, what is glorifying misogyny? Like what did American Psycho glorify?
Sure.
For example, you know, like if people are going out and getting inspired by these characters, those people are fucked.
You know,
Yeah.
to be fair, American
Yeah.
Psycho has inspired a lot of people
Yeah.
to get into
Serial killing.
no, to get into like fucking
Like being super perfect and ironing your sheets.
It's a whole thing. It really has inspired a lot of
But
people.
in like
but inspired is the wrong word. I think it's just like it triggered the people who already had those
Influenced.
things.
No, I'm not talking about
influenced.
like being like a psychopath killer, just like that regimented about like
Sure.
I
That's
just
okay,
feel that
like-
there's room for everything, man. You can't go after a piece of art like that just based on like, oh, this is look at the colors that your art is using and I'm not on board with it.
I
agree.
Like
it's like Scarface. I'm glad you brought up American
Yeah.
Psycho because that's how I feel about Scarface.
Yeah,
It's also
agreed.
the same vibe,
exactly,
you know. It's
exactly.
like, it's a movie about a drug lord. Like it's
Yeah.
inherently not
Exactly.
a good thing,
Exactly.
you know. So
but
yeah.
so like even like Wolf of Wall Street fell
Yeah.
to this.
Yeah.
And in Wolf of Wall Street or Scarface, like Scarface at the end of the movie, he does a bunch of coke and then dies. In
Yeah,
Wolf of Wall
yeah.
Street, like it's a criticism of him in the sense of like you see his life deteriorating.
Yes.
Yeah.
People obviously read it differently. I think in like a movie like Animal, for example, again, I probably should not be talking about this because I haven't really seen it. But I've seen scenes. And like the scene that was like really like strange to me was the one where he like gives his girlfriend a hickey.
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
then points at it and says, I want a Rolls Royce in
yeah,
that
yeah, yeah,
color.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And that's played for like, oh look, he's so cool.
No, there are problems. I'll tell you. The fault I did find.
I said, I'll fuck with that.
Yeah, see?
I haven't seen it either.
So romantic.
That's what it's like. It's sorry, not to cut you off, but like Entourage, for example. I saw Entourage
Bro, listen.
when I was.
Love it.
Bro,
Wait, I know you all love this show.
I love that show.
Yeah.
I
it's
saw it.
Yeah.
I think too late.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't see it
Oh
when-
yeah.
I was
HBO itself tries to bury that show
Yeah.
now.
And
It's true.
I enjoyed it. Like I saw every season. I even saw the movie and quite liked the movie.
Yeah, the movie
I know a
was
lot of
good.
people hated the movie.
I didn't.
I was like, I guess because I wasn't waiting for so many years for the movie to come out. I finished
Yeah.
the show and I was like, okay, let me just watch the movie.
Yeah.
But it is so clearly like the male fantasy, right?
course.
It's like you're with your
course.
boys,
Yeah.
one's an actor,
Yeah,
you're just sleeping with the hottest women in the world.
Yeah, dude.
Like,
I think every actor that was aspiring at the time that Entourage released, that
Oh,
was
for
it,
sure,
bro.
bro.
That's what I want. You know?
Like it's a show you watch when like you're like 14 to 16 and you're just like
Yeah.
fuck yeah.
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 the voice,
I
isn't
mean,
your group
yeah.
chat still named
Yeah, yeah,
Entourage or
yeah,
whatever?
yeah.
yeah,
Sick,
yeah.
it's sick. It's sick.
Ari Gold, man. All-time favorite
Yeah.
fucking
Sick.
character.
Honestly, bro.
Like, oh my god, what a character. But coming back to this, I do think the problem I did have with both these films, Animal and Kabir Singh, was that he does not know how to write women.
Yeah.
And what the fuck? Like in Kabir Singh, for example, there's a like he's like really at the bottom of his barrel and everything, and doesn't know what to do, and he's like made a shit show of his whole life, and his best friend says to him, "कि तू ऐसा कर, मेरी बहन से शादी कर ले." Like, yeah. The guy, his best friend is saying to him that marry my sister. You're going through this like really bad stuff and about to like destroy your life, but marry my sister. Maybe that,
crazy.
you know. So I think
Did
like
she save him?
was she his sister in the film? I don't even remember. No, but so the thing is, I think he makes his women really subservient.
Yeah.
The men are the men. The men are the
Yeah.
characters that they are playing. They are
Yes,
very
yes.
well written. They're like complicated. They have issues. They've all this stuff is happening, but the women are just like subservient to these men.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Yeah,
You
I
know?
think that's
Maybe
what-
this
the
dude
women
is just,
were
yeah.
somewhere holding up a mirror to that
Yeah.
character, perhaps, then it would have been something. You know, it may not have faced this kind of backlash.
I think that's what it was, and
Yeah.
I think like I honestly think if he hadn't responded to the criticisms,
Yeah.
it would not have gotten worse.
Yeah,
Like his,
yeah.
I don't know. Again, when I saw the trailer for Animal, I was like, "This is amazing! Like this was
Yeah.
so cool." And that
Yeah.
shot of
Yeah.
like Bobby Deol at the end, like dancing,
Yeah.
and you're like, "What? You know,
Yeah.
this looks
Yeah.
like the next Godfather," which it like was
Yeah.
Is kind
sort of
of.
purported to be.
Yeah, because as a father-son, because at the core of it, it's a father-son
Yeah.
story, and that's generally speaking a really like complex dynamic to explore. Generally, you know, like daddy issues are
Yeah.
insane, but
Yeah.
yeah,
To be
Yeah.
fair, his daddy issues have been intense.
yeah,
Like he is like obsessed with his dad in the
yeah,
movie.
yeah.
I watched the movie also. I just didn't understand it. I'm so
Right.
sorry. I'm like a dumb movie watcher. It's a man movie, you know, a man movie and a girl movie.
Yeah.
It's a guy movie. Like it starts only and like there's
don't
no.
know.
It doesn't start from the beginning.
No, for me, it was just more like I watched performances, I guess, more than anything.
Yeah.
And I thought Ranbir just was
Great
amazing in the film, and generally, like as a screenplay, the narrative, generally the back and forth, past and present, a non-linear form of storytelling. The edit I thought
Yeah.
was amazing.
Yeah.
At points like things happened in the edit where you were literally like, wait, what happened there? I literally had to rewind and
Exactly.
go back and see like what they just did there. You
That's
know?
awesome,
So
man.
stuff like that, I think.
Is
Yeah.
it harder to play these kind of like dark villainous roles? Like a villain is always harder than a hero, like a the antagonist
To
versus
play it?
protagonist to play.
I think it's more fun to,
I
to
would
do
say
that.
so.
kind of
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
To do
It's a lot
the
of fun.
antagonist.
Yeah, because you kind of just can be a little freer.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That is it.
I
I,
would
mean,
assume.
like wherever you can be more distance from your personality, I think is where the fun lies.
Yeah.
in acting.
Interesting.
I think.
Okay, interesting. I thought-
So sorry, we've had a bunch of cool actors on the show, very young ones. Since you look at performances the most, who are you looking at right now in the Bollywood scene who are young and coming up that you think are going to be very exciting in the future?
Whew.
You
Sorry,
watch
guys,
his
really
You
put
can
me
say
in
no
the
one. You can say no one.
No, I'll tell you what. No, we'll talk about the young. I think Ananya, if she's really good at playing herself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought.
That's the best kind of actors. Just be yourself.
Yeah, but
The Rock.
The kind of actor I would be
Will
also.
Smith. Yeah.
Will Smith.
yeah.
Like people who are themselves in every role
Yeah,
they
yeah,
play.
yeah. I mean, dude,
Iron
fair
Man.
enough.
Who's that guy who
But-
plays Iron Man?
but one
He's
second,
Iron Man
sorry.
in every movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Even in
Robert
Sherlock
Downey
Holmes, he was
Jr.
Iron Man.
Yeah. Even in Oppenheimer, he was Iron Man.
He was not, and that's why Oppenheimer was so great.
Yeah,
is
he
that
was
they-
so
Yeah,
sick
yeah,
in
yeah.
Oppenheimer.
They said
He was actually fucking
Bro,
sick.
they set him up
bro.
to be like likable because we're used to liking him, and then when the switch hits, it's like such a. We'll talk about this later.
Another movie I didn't
No,
understand.
just do
so-
something. You're saying that it's one thing is you play a character that you are like yourself, and the other what you said earlier is that you want to be as distanced away from yourself
Yeah,
also.
yeah.
So like, what's the
Let me, okay, like Made in Heaven, for example.
Yeah.
Other than the fact that he's gay, it's me. Honestly, like, and that was the brief given to me. Just nothing, and she was just like,
Just be yourself.
be
be
yourself.
yourself.
She knows you well enough.
Exactly.
She knows what it's about.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah. Absolutely. There was just no part of the brief included change your mannerism or the way you speak or any that kind of thing,
Yeah.
But on the other hand, what's really more fun for me is something like I don't know if you guys have seen a movie called Bridge Mohan Amar Rahe.
I was gonna bring this
And
up.
like that has been the most fun for me most fun I've ever had. And this British show called Indian Summers, which cast me as a revolutionary / terrorist. But yeah, I was basically an antagonist because it was a British show about like independence. So I was an antagonist.
Never really see it from their side, you know? yeah, independence from their side. Like, they kicked us out.
They are fighting for their country.
What do you mean, bro?
Yeah, man.
nice.
But playing a villain is fun. It's really the hardest thing to do, I think, is actually comedy. It's really hard to do. I haven't had that many opportunities, but I am very good at it. I know that people don't. But
Oh, it'll be fun to do like a cold open or sketch with you in sometime in the future. We've been doing like these things.
Yeah.
That would be really
The thing
fun.
about me is, guys, I need to be directed. So
Sure.
as long as one of you is Aman,
Big man.
Aman.
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
as long as one of you is directing me, I'll do anything.
How fun.
We're doing like this little
Anything,
teaser.
Ahmad.
We've been shooting a series of sketches over the last few months because we want to do
cool,
like I don't know if this will stay in the edit, but
Yeah.
we want to do like an SNL
Nice.
kind of
Cool.
episode. So we'd
So
love to
just
have
five
we-
of you are acting
five of
in that?
us. We had I don't know if you know Aisha Kanga, who was on
Yeah.
Class. So
Class.
she
Amazing
was
in
one of
Class.
she did one of our sketches with us.
We had a couple of friends
we had a
come in.
Yeah.
few
Yeah, call me and I'd
I
be
don't know
happy
how
to.
far back you've seen, but we also did an episode of The Office
Yeah.
I've not watched that.
where
You
we
must
all,
watch
we
it.
all
Many times.
had to do like a bit of
Because,
comedy acting.
and why I have not watched it, guys? Oh my god! And you're all gonna jump on me. I have not watched The Office.
Damn. You know what? This kind of
Damn.
stands alone also. It's
Yeah.
So like,
Okay.
even if you haven't seen The Office, you should watch
I know how good it is. I know how amazing it must be, and I know I'll get so hard into it. But
Yeah.
somehow I've just not gotten there.
No, I know what you
and
mean.
I think primary confusion is I don't know which one to watch.
The US.
The US.
US.
100 billion
Yeah.
percent.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the British one's very different. Like the first season of the US one is modeled after the British one.
Yeah.
And second season onwards, it's like
I'd say
Yeah.
skip
The
straight
The
to
British
the
one
second
had
season.
only
2 seasons. or
Right.
something.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And only 6 episodes. And
Okay.
You know how British humor
British
is more
TV.
Yeah,
cynical.
yeah.
and the-
But yeah, Arjun was telling us that he doesn't really watch any TV, he watches only YouTube. I want to know what you watch
Not
on YouTube.
only, but by and large, my
And movies.
sorry. So your question?
What do you watch on YouTube? Like, who are you watching right now?
YouTube. A lot of you guys are like a lot of my background.
cute.
Like
He asked it
you
just
come
for
home.
that.
yeah.
Next question. Next question.
I watch the Untriggered Boys also.
Just cut this out.
A lot. A lot of stand up.
What stand up do you watch?
Ronak.
Yo, shout out Ronak, man.
Do you watch India's Got Latent?
I have not gotten
Oh,
there
you
yet.
have to.
I
The
know.
best.
I know.
Sick.
Okay.
Best.
Okay.
I'm so obsessed with it. I watch like the premieres.
Oh,
like,
really?
I'm like
okay.
a full.
I love Samay. So like,
love
yeah,
Samay.
for sure. Man, there's just so much. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? There's
Yeah.
just so much fucking talent other than like what mainstream movies and TV shows present to you, you know?
But sorry, it's also so. I'm curious because this is also a time of OTT blowing up and
Yeah.
all these shows coming
Yeah.
up. So there's so much of that also
Yeah.
out there. And you think it's just that it's so cluttered that maybe
Yeah.
you just gravitate into YouTube because
I think
you
so.
know what you're gonna get.
Yeah,
if
I
that
think
makes
I think
sense.
so. I think more than anything, it's just that there's a word for it, but you know when you're just like fucking
Doom scrolling.
Yeah. Just like
Doom scrolling, yeah.
you spend like up to half an hour on a platform just like, what do I watch? I'd much rather fucking go to YouTube, let my algorithm decide and fucking... And I think that's how I discovered you guys, you know?
That's
amazing.
I like that YouTube, like the video is self-contained. Like it's just one thing.
Yeah.
If you have to watch a show, you have to actually invest 10 episodes in it. Like
Absolutely. I watch a lot of like YouTube, coming back to a lot of like tech reviews and like,
oh, sick.
Who's your guy?
I mean MKBHD and all are
love him.
there's also Linus. I'm like deep in the Apple ecosystem hole, so like iReviews and Brandon Butch and
Of
all
course.
these like yeah.
There's that John guy, Jon, who does only Apple. I think he's the best Apple reviewer.
I remember Scott Ujan.
No.
He's amazing, dude. You guys got to watch this. Dude.
Okay.
He makes the best videos on YouTube. It's been my pick a few times on the newsletter. Insane. I'm sorry.
And then there's this one guy, Jerry Rigs Everything.
Yeah,
Jerry
he's
Riggs.
awesome.
Oh my god, I just love fucking watching him do his shit, man.
And shout out our Indian brother, Mr. Who's the Boss. You know
Who's
this
the
guy?
Boss?
Oh yeah.
He's dope, dude.
Of course.
He makes some crazy videos. Like the edits are
Dude,
crazy.
like who the hell explain this to me? Who pays for that shit? Who pays
what?
for when he says that I bought the most expensive tech on the internet? How, man? Like, yeah.
It's the
He
sponsors.
is one of the biggest tech reviewers in
plus.
on YouTube.
And
man.
what happens to that shit after he's done with it?
He has a wall in his house of every phone he's ever owned that he got custom made for the drawer with a cooling system to keep them from exploding and like drawers that come out that light up as you pull them out.
Insane.
Do you know Gerald Undone?
And all. Sounds familiar.
So he does like studio tours of all these big tech reviewers, and he went to MKBHD, and you see like his camera setup that he'll use for the most random headshots. It's like a red 8K camera that he spent like
Amazing.
$30,000 on. These guys are like nerds about that stuff.
You know,
But they also get it gifted to them.
No, Red does not gift to
I'm sure they get.
MKBHD.
you know what's cool about MKBHD? He's also a professional ultimate frisbee world
Yeah.
champion.
No way.
Yeah, that's insane.
He just won the championship
Yeah.
last
way.
month. It's like,
Yeah, he's like, sorry, won't be making videos for a bit, going off for a championship.
God bless him.
He's
Huh?
too
He's
good,
too
man.
it's
good.
like
And he's an OG. He's been doing it since he was like 16.
I really like him.
That's what I enjoy these success stories, to be honest.
Yeah.
You know, like just people coming up from nothing. Just
Nothing.
passion.
Did you ever get into like the vlog side of YouTube, like the Casey Neistats and all of that? No? I think that was my introduction to YouTube was through that, and then you just get obsessed.
I've
with
been
it.
seeing some of your
Really?
vlogs. Shout out your channel. Yeah. But
my God.
are those vlogs? You're like,
Yeah.
right?
Just me talking
Yeah,
about my
yeah.
life.
Just heard
It is my
talking
greatest
about
honor. It is my greatest honor that you watch me because I watch you.
You see therapists also though?
Not such a great honor anymore.
Crazy. The fans are the fans.
No, you're really sweet.
Love the fans.
No, you're really sweet.
that is the best read I've ever seen on the show.
And I actually, honestly, I was watching some video where one of
He's losing it.
What were you saying, Arjun?
no, but I remember one of the videos where you were like, I mean, it's common knowledge you have like love life issues. but I can't.
Why does it look like she has something written on her forehead?
I can't see why. You're so
I'm
sweet.
so, that's the problem.
Yeah, that you're too
That
sweet.
is the problem. I am too sweet. I'm too kind to these guys.
Perhaps.
There's a book called Why Men Love Bitches.
Why men love bitches.
And I need to read that book.
Yeah, and like
And I need to become
You
a
should
bitch,
review the
basically.
book as well, bro.
You should.
Yeah.
That's the
like women
episode.
love bad boys. It's like the same thing.
Yeah, but I like nice guys. I just not found
Yeah,
one.
man.
You will.
Inshallah, if you know anyone, you
fucking
let
will.
me know.
No, but talking about love life, dude, you got married 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And you said, told us a little bit about the ceremony. It was a very intimate ceremony.
Yeah, man. It was just
was
like
it?
it got
for a reason, but I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, yeah. If you don't want to talk about it,
it's cool. It's fine. Well, it got picked up as this like really intimate ceremony and all this, but it was just like, okay. The truth is, guys, my wife, she's a production designer by profession.
Oh.
And
Is that how you all
she-
met on set?
We kind of, yeah. I mean, through
That's cool.
the shooting world, yeah, common friends and a shoot here and there.
And how long ago?
We first met at a shoot in 2014, a short film I was filming. She was a production designer. That morning, she didn't even notice me. She just like, I noticed her like buzzing around. She's set the set and she like buzzed off for the day. And I was like, where'd she go? And then a couple of years later, we were together on another shoot where she got quite friendly with me and I gave her a ride home. The whole way home, she's just like cribbing to me about like boys and relationships and how she hates boys. And I was like, here's your home, bye. And then it was only during, in 2017, I was shooting Made in Heaven in Delhi. She was shooting a film in Kerala. And yeah, shit happened. But that time, I had like a 2-3 day break. It's an interesting story actually. So I had like this 2-3 day break between Schedule 1 and Schedule 2 of Made in Heaven. It had been really intense. And just then, things were kind of starting up here. So I come to Bombay literally for like this 2-3 day break I had. And so now like our first night together, our first morning together. And the phone and her phone rings, right? And her phone rings and it's from the Made in Heaven team.
Oh,
and they were like,
sick.
Where are you? Are you free? We need you.
That's sick.
awesome.
No way.
Yeah, yeah.
Sick.
And I'm literally like
so
sitting right
cool.
there. And she's like, guess
Someone-
who that was? So yeah.
So someone on the set had your back, bro.
No, they did.
Yeah.
Nitya Mehra, shout out.
Yo, shout
First
out,
of all.
man.
But
Come on.
yeah, because Nitya is also like her mentor and first boss and but whatever. And then the rest of Made in Heaven was like our honeymoon.
That's
Wow.
sick.
It was awesome.
That's sick. That's
Yeah.
sick. That's sick.
Literally made in heaven.
That's
Yeah, man.
cute.
Yeah.
That's such a cute story.
That was 2017 and then now,
One happy marriage out of that show, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Talking about Made in Heaven, we were speaking about this downstairs, and I said like that was one of the first Indian shows that gripped like an international audience. Again, I think we need to applaud. You were nominated for an
Yes.
international
Yes.
Emmy.
Yeah,
that's
insane. Amazing.
Which I stare at ironically hanging up in my living room every day
That's amazing.
as I sit there unemployed.
But like being on set, could y'all tell that this was something big? This was magical.
Honestly, to that degree, it's impossible to ever say. You read something and you know, okay, yeah, this is really good, man. This is cool. Okay, cool. And you go there and give it your best. And you know the people you're working with are fucking A game, you know, all of them, like technicians, creatives, everyone. And you know you're doing something good.
Yeah.
But how much it will resonate and where all it will go, that cannot and should not ever be a thing, you know?
Yeah.
And then when it released, it was just like, holy fuck, what's happening? You know, because, and it was again, I think it was just right place, right time, man. It was just that time. I think that because, and I've said this several times, like, it was really the time that it released in, you know, the start of the OTT boom here. I think Made in Heaven, Mirzapur, Sacred Games were the first
Yeah.
few shows. I know you're a huge Mirzapur fan. I know you two are Made in Heaven.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, so yeah, and I feel like between season 1 and season 2, you know how season 1 was lauded for its like, wow, so woke and so this and so
Yeah.
that. And but by the time we got to season 2, people had already had enough of that shit.
Yeah.
You know? I actually feared that by this point in season 1, I was like, wow, applauded for playing this character. By the time we got to season 2, the climate was that like, why aren't gay actors playing gay characters? So you just don't know, man. Like it's
Yeah.
really unpredictable.
I guess it was also the time where like politically or socially in India, there was that big shift in terms of LGBTQ plus rights. And I
Yeah.
think your character was like
Man, and that was
Yeah.
crazy. Actually, that was insane. That I remember the day the law was that it got legalized.
Yeah.
And we were towards the end of our shoot, and I was literally shooting the scene where you know where I go to the news channel and I'm sitting in front of camera and giving this piece as Karan. And I was literally sitting in that chair when the news came that
Stop.
the law has been struck down.
amazing, man.
And
Goosebumps.
yeah, it was insane.
Yeah.
So
That's crazy.
don't know how much that show had to do with that, but like yeah, I mean it definitely it did a lot. It did a
Yeah,
lot
it
for
did.
personal for individuals. That I know.
Yeah.
Culturally, it did a lot.
Yeah, man, and just the degree and the number of people that have written to me and come up to me wherever they have found me, and for example, I was in Chicago for this film festival, and there was a gay couple there, one Indian, who have traveled from somewhere like really far out in the US, and they've come there just because they knew I was coming there.
That's amazing.
And they had recently been married. And they were like, we're married only because we showed our parents Made in Heaven.
That's
I love that.
So there's like so many stories
That's
like that,
insane.
man. Or this one that I've repeated most often, I think, is about this lady who wrote to me on Instagram, and she was like, I have never understood homosexuality much, always been a little uncomfortable with it, but now I can confidently say, and she had 2 young sons. And she was like, but now I can confidently say that tomorrow, if one or both of my kids grow up to be gay, I will give them twice the love that I do now.
Yeah.
Damn.
So I think, those are the stories that actually mean.
For sure.
Yeah.
For
And
sure.
it like sort of shows that like being a part of that movement and like the impact, like even the small impact that you have on someone's life is so important.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And I think again, like growing up, it was like, especially all boys school, bro, you're so gay was like, so
Absolutely.
easily, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Like, and I
totally.
think we also, as we grew up, were educated, we were exposed to more. And I think in India, especially at that time, Made in Heaven was that show.
Yeah.
Did you face any hesitation accepting the role? Like, I don't know how liberal your parents might have been with you doing something like that, but was that ever a point of contention for you?
No, I was hesitant, but not from taking the role, only because I had already done that twice before in my career.
Okay.
Actually, the first time I ever professionally faced the camera was for a Meera Nair short film called Migration, in which I played Irfan's lover.
Got it.
So that was really the first piece of work that went out there. Then I'd spent 1 or 2 years. I had started to understand that, okay, commercial Bollywood is not going to just like give me shit on a platter. So there was another film I did called I Am, directed by Onir, which won the National Award actually as Best Hindi Film. In which again I played a homosexual character. This I did only because it was something that most actors were scared of doing at the time.
Sure.
It was the only way I thought that, okay, how do I make a mark? Like, okay, I'll do this.
Got it.
Yeah.
And it had one of the first like on-screen kisses between 2 men, me and Rahul Bose. So I've done this more than once before.
Sure.
So by the time Made in Heaven came around, it was like, man, I don't want to get typecast. So that's how I went into my first meeting and expressed exactly that to Zoya and Nitya Rima. And they literally just said, okay, we hear you. Read it. So, and I took it home, read those 9 episodes, and I was like, no other fucking actors gonna do this.
Yeah.
This is mine.
That's awesome.
So yeah, no man.
Incredible.
I mean, yeah, you've been sick at picking all of these things that end up winning
That's so
national
true.
awards and Emmys and stuff like that.
I mean, I pick and choose, only from what gets offered. What gets offered is not all that much. So yeah.
I was gonna ask. I love when I watch like interviews with other actors to know roles they almost did or roles they just missed out on. Do you have any of those stories? What's a
Oh my
That's a
God,
cool
tell
question.
us.
What's a role you regret not doing?
the biggest one, the biggest regret.
I mean, both ways,
Like, have
and then
you
ones
said
you
no?
wish
I
you
guess
would.
I can talk
Sorry, they
about
both
it
are the
now.
same
I
question.
guess I can talk about it now.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's Moeen in Gully Boy.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Oh.
Who is Moeen? Which one?
Yeah, Vijay Verma played the
Yeah.
part.
Oh.
The father.
Kind of bad influence
made his
on
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So
But we were basically like just towards the end of shooting season 1 of Made in Heaven, and it was offered to me, and very like strongly offered to me. They were like, here, this is it, this is yours, and this is the song. The film opens on you.
Oh my
This is the
God.
song that's playing, and Amitabh Bachchan entry, that kind of. But to me, honestly, it seemed to me at the time that like the character felt like he was just fulfilling the same purpose as that my character did in Luck by Chance.
Yeah.
The best friend of the protagonist who makes the other choices and the one you feel sorry for.
Yeah.
So I just felt that I would just be doing the same thing,
That's crazy.
that's a
This-
great story.
Yeah. I've spoken to Zoya. It is
That's
it is
mad.
probably my only regret.
This-
The rest are not like regrets because those were those were films that I didn't get.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
lost out on those two Star Kids or whatever. But this is but this is the one that I refused and I regret.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
What is one role you didn't audition for? You didn't like not. It wasn't like in your periphery, but when it came out, you were like, "Oh my god, I wish I had done that."
You would have been perfect for it.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's not that many of those. Yeah.
Okay, let me kind of rephrase.
Yeah.
Maybe something that you saw and you're like, I can do this better.
Oh.
I think that is
Almost everything I watch. Almost everything I watch, other than maybe a Tiger Shroff movie.
Oh, which is like a lot of
Yeah.
stunts and
No, I
action.
can't do what he does. Are you kidding me, man?
Yeah.
But drama, man. I think drama and emotion is where my strength lies.
Yeah.
I'm aware of that. And I feel I can do it a lot better than a lot of the people who do it a lot.
and comedy now, which we'll show off in
Yeah.
our sketch.
Yeah, I'd love
And
to.
then we'll send it to every casting agent in Bombay.
Yeah,
So
let's do that. I don't have an agency
sketch
anymore.
with
So
Ronak and Arjun
will
would be
be
epic.
amazing.
Lit.
Yeah.
he actually just messaged me the other day being like, "Hey man, can you jump into relationship tomorrow?"
That is a great Ronak, bro.
And I was like, "Bro, how about a little heads up? I would love to, but like, how about like a 48-hour heads up?" And he was like, okay, next time. I'm a last minute kind of guy, but I'm like, fine, I'll make those accommodations.
Such a good Ronak
That's a
impression.
great Ronak. Oh my god. We should do Freaky Friday with Ronak.
Yeah.
Just switch.
I love him though. He's so sweet, man.
Yeah.
Nah,
Yeah.
he is.
We have, you know what? I'm going to put this to you.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
You're a fan of the show. You know what I'm going to ask,
Yeah,
right?
I do.
We've planned 2 classic HST segments.
Okay.
And you can tell us which one you want to partake in.
Okay.
And if we have time and we're having fun, maybe we'll do both.
Okay.
But you know our judge segment? Where you-
Refresh me.
You settle.
He's like, those are on the tail end of the episodes. I don't get there, bro.
You
One
settle
and a half
beef.
hours.
Sleep by
You settle
then.
beef between 2 of us.
Okay, fine.
We'll give you a
Yeah,
rope
yeah,
and a
I've
gavel.
seen that. Yeah.
Or we play this game on the show called Spy, where you have to pretend like you know a word, and
well, yeah.
we have to guess who the spy is.
I think the first one.
The first one.
Yeah, so I'm glad. I think you'll be a good judge.
Okay.
Oh.
Can we get the
We have
rope?
the robes out.
Well, I guess you know us, so you can judge us.
Okay, cool.
we have
Yeah.
the gavel as well.
Let's go.
Gavin's behind him. Right?
It's insane seeing this shelf in person.
Yeah. Crazy.
I'm actually gonna move this.
So Arjun, we're actually
Kinda
moving
cluttering up
in
my-
I know.
3 weeks.
Yeah. I know everything, guys. You don't need to tell me shit. But I know you're moving into your home, which you will
Yeah.
have a studio room, and outside you're gonna have nefarious activities. Seen it all.
So you're coming for the party then? I
Yeah,
see.
sure.
What would really be fun is to have we're doing a drinking game, like
Yeah.
we're doing a card game, and we want to do an episode where we play with some of our like past guests. So
Cool.
it'd be cool to have
Oh,
you.
for
Yeah,
sure.
100%,
That
man.
would be
You
So
and
you have the
Ronak
card
and
game.
everyone.
That'd be
Dude,
amazing.
sick
That'd be a
one.
lot of
Yeah.
fun, for sure.
That will be a sick one.
Amazing.
Okay, so just give a snap into that camera.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the court. All rise for our honorable judge Arjun.
Oh.
Oh,
Crazy.
Be seated.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Judge, please notice that half-assed rise.
Judge also noticed the 500 cameras in front of me.
So today we have a case, and the defendant doesn't know that they are the defendant.
Oh my god.
Ooh, who is it?
Who is
who's it gonna be, man?
Are you ready?
I have a bad feeling.
This is the case of the missing mate
Oh,
between Adi and Sid.
Oh, family feud.
alright,
Family
alright.
feud.
Family
This is a
feud.
good,
Missing
this is a
mate.
good family feud style.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nothing better than a fight between brothers.
Yeah.
The brothers' beef.
The brothers beef.
All right, Judge, may I give you my opening statements?
Sure.
For context, Sid and I are cousins, first cousins. He's known me since I was born.
Yeah.
Now, in this relationship, there's a third partner whose name is Rohan, who's recently gotten engaged.
Congratulations, Rohan.
And the 3 of us had planned this extravagant bachelor trip to Leh that we were very excited for.
Okay.
But unfortunately, a couple of months ago, I injured my knee and we couldn't make that trip
At the time.
at the time.
Yeah.
So Rohan, our cousin, planned to go to Bali a few weeks ago.
Okay.
So I called Sid and I was like, yo, you know what? It'll be amazing to make this up to him. Let's go surprise him in Bali.
Okay. Nice.
And it seemed like a good idea, right?
Yeah.
Now Sid has planned a trip to Vietnam to meet a friend who is moving back to India in 2 weeks forever. Okay, and now the proximity of Vietnam and Bali is just a 2.5-hour flight. It's like going to Delhi.
Yeah.
He could have easily come, but he ditched me. He ditched Rohan. I had to go surprise him on my own, and honestly, I think Rohan would have been so much more excited if the both of us went and made up that trip to him.
Brave of you to say that as well, man.
So this is the journey of the missing mate. I think it's a story of disloyalty. It's a story of a brother just not showing up for his other brothers.
Crazy.
And I was baffled by it because Sid has otherwise been a stand-up brother.
Yeah.
He really has.
So it's just hurtful. Sid.
That's the word I would use.
Hurtful.
You may defend yourself.
Thank you, Judge. I must say this is sprung upon me. But you mentioned...
As in, this has never been expressed before?
No. No.
Okay.
If I may, you said two things. You said disloyalty and you said standing out for a brother. No, sorry, what do you say? Looking out for a brother.
Looking out for a brother, he said that.
I had my trip to Vietnam to meet my friend who's also like my brother.
Oh.
Shout out him. He's watching this.
Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you.
He's his best friend.
Yeah, he is my best friend. Yeah.
We love him.
If I would have to cancel on him, would I not be disloyal to him? Would I not be disloyal to that brother also?
Yeah.
I mean,
I would think
and
that.
also who are you if you do not? Are you a man if you don't stick to your word?
Oh.
I had committed to my friend. I have a 5-day break. I'm coming to meet you.
Goosebumps.
Those 5 days are for you, man. How can I, for anyone, let alone my cousin, my brother, my parents, my sister, anyone, I cannot break a word.
So 2 points of
Wait, I'm not done.
hold on.
Yeah.
We'll give him his
Order on the court.
And to give you a bit of
smash that
history,
whenever.
to this relationship, we have had, we were planning this trip to Ladakh together, and it was kind of...
Ladakh was the bachelor.
Yeah.
it was a bachelor, yeah.
The one that he did cancel his
Yeah.
commitment on
Yeah.
first, and we were trying to make up for.
No. Ladakh is when you hurt your leg.
I hurt my leg, but he could have still gone.
Right.
But Rohan wouldn't have been as happy if the both of you guys had.
Yeah, so now he knows how that feels.
I just want to say that I feel what's the word? Dishonored that I have to come to this forum and defend my brothership and my brotherhood. I'm
Drive it home, bro.
I'm speechless. I'm without speech.
Dumbfounded.
Honestly.
So
What a ref.
I have just one point of rebuttal.
Yeah.
So, if Sid is a man of travel, he is so keen to travel to new places and go to places he hasn't discovered before. But to go to a place where he's already been.
Vietnam, you had already been.
He's already
I have
been
been
to
there,
the
yes.
same village.
To visit him.
Visit him in the past. And had my brother Rohan not been going through a life-changing event like getting married, as opposed to Rishabh just chilling in Vietnam.
And about to move back.
About to move back in 2 weeks.
But
And it wasn't a new place that we could all discover together. I wouldn't have been this hurt.
But that's my point. He was moving back. He was in this small town in Vietnam, which I would never go to otherwise.
Yeah.
He was moving back. This is the last 2 weeks of his life there. He's built this fantastic life over 3 years. And I wanted to go and celebrate that with him.
Yeah.
He's coming back to Mumbai. I'm never going to.
Guys, all I was asking for was a flight to Bali for 3 days. I'm not saying
How
don't
long
go.
did you spend in Vietnam?
5 nights. But I only had a 5-night break. Like I had work to get back to. I had stuff.
Maybe
to
2
do.
days
2
in
days.
Bali, end of the
2
trip.
Delhi,
with the
you want to
boys?
go to Delhi for 2 hours?
That would be my first
I wouldn't go to
question.
Delhi
Was
for
there
2
no
hours.
way for you to make both work? Since they were so close.
I mean, of course,
geographically?
like logistically,
Yeah.
like I had to. I was
Say yes.
So I was in a town, so I have to fly from there to Hanoi, and from Hanoi I have to take a flight to Bali. So it's 2 flights. It's not just a 2-hour journey. I was in a very small town in Vietnam.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a 2 hours flight there, whatever, etc. And no, I mean, I had commitments made. I had work back home. I couldn't make it, man.
Yeah,
And,
women to take out. Yes.
And I
You had work back home on your holiday, on your break?
Malab, after my break, I couldn't take an additional 2 days.
Yeah.
No, I was
What do you do
sacrificing.
outside
Within the 2 days.
I work in real estate. So, yeah.
That's an exclusive.
But then that's not like something that's 9 to 5 or
No, I mean-
there can be flexibility.
Sure.
Put him in his place. That's some real estate.
I think no, man. First of all, the first thing that should have been done is when you broke your leg.
Yeah.
The first thing that should have been done is rescheduling of this trip.
You're
And
right.
that is so
But
true.
he never did that. He never did that.
No. That is what happened with the Bali trip. But I just thought it would be cooler to surprise him. I was gonna go
Surprise
my brother.
Rohan.
Yeah.
Right. But he knew that you are intending to surprise him.
Yes.
And you should both surprise him together.
Exactly.
From the time that you broke
From
your
the
leg.
time I broke my leg.
Oh yeah? Yes.
Hey, not
Sid,
from
can
the time you
confirm
broke your
that?
leg. He didn't know he was going to Bali at the time you broke your
A
leg.
couple of weeks after.
You only confirmed like 3-4 days before leaving.
Yeah.
Because you said it on the
He
group.
booked his flight 2 days before his
When
flight.
did he book his
like-
flight? You can confirm this?
He booked his flight 3 days before. I
Yeah.
booked my flight 2.5 months before.
Yeah.
So-
and you've made like a
Yeah.
So I was showing him an example of spontaneity so he could do the same.
Yeah.
No, that's totally fair. I feel like
Oh, that's oh.
I feel like here, honestly speaking, I feel like you should have maybe been a little better with the planning. Like, but you should definitely have shown some spontaneity.
Oh.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
I think
a split would have been the best.
yeah, I think a bit
Yeah.
of both. Like you hurt your leg. The first thing that you guys should have done is reschedule the
Trip.
bachelor trip so that is then set in stone, and then you could have worked out your trip to Vietnam accordingly.
Yeah.
But that being said, if that didn't end up happening, that being said,
You're the best, bro. Amazing.
That's sick. That's great.
But if that
Stunning.
didn't end up happening, then I feel like you should have somehow made it happen, man.
Now I feel bad about it.
Hey, silly man.
No. I mean, I agree. I could have done like maybe a day or two also. If
Yeah,
not
even a
all.
night, man. Even a night.
Yeah.
So Judge Arjun.
No, I'm only hurt because we missed him so much.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah, that's
Of
true.
course,
yeah.
So in the case of the missing mate, you find the defendant.
Let's do consent terms. Let's have a.
Yeah, something like that.
We don't need
like
a winner or loser.
like a settlement. There has to be a
A
settlement.
settlement. Out of
Yeah.
court settlement.
Out of court
You have to
settlement.
take the boys for dinner, bus. That's
Oh.
it.
Yeah,
Something like that.
Dinner?
Something like that.
yeah. I think so. I think
You
think
used to
that's
take
fair.
them to Goa.
Okay, I'll plan. Yeah, okay, I'll plan a 2 or 3 day Goa trip. I'll plan this.
Lovely.
I'll make this happen with the 3 of us.
So cute.
Plan as in you're paying for it also.
I'll offer you guys my apartment in Goa to go and stay.
I saw on your Instagram.
Yeah.
I like this judge.
Go for it. I'll
Sick.
seal the deal.
Do you all have any beef or things to be sorted?
Actually, I was gonna fly all over the world, so maybe someone can sponsor that trip.
The 3 of us are fighting.
I
I think we should go to Goa.
You suck, man.
Really?
Nah, bro.
I'm happy with that judgment. I'll
Yeah,
take
great
Yeah.
judgment.
Thank you.
That was sick, man. That's sick. That's sick.
Amazing.
Thank you.
I think we have enough time to play Spy as well.
Yeah, I think we should.
Woohoo, my favorite game
You
of
want to
all
snap
time.
out of the room? Amazing.
Amazing.
Awesome. So we're back. And Aman, why don't you explain Spy to Arjun, who's never played it, and we'll get into it.
Spy. So Spy is a game we've recently discovered that we love playing. Essentially, you'll get a chit with the name of a movie on it.
Okay.
And 5 of us will know the movie. One of us will not.
Okay.
That guy is the spy.
The guy who does not know the movie name is the spy, of course.
The spy has to pretend like they know the movie.
Okay.
And the way it works is, for example, the movie is The Lion King.
Mm-hmm.
I look at you and say, Arjun, is this an animated movie?
Hmm.
Now you don't know if it is or not because you're the spy. So you have to guess. Or
No, but if I see the chit,
if you know it's The Lion King, you can say yes.
Huh.
Yeah.
I'll be like, oh, he knows the movie.
Because then you guys know. Then he
Then
knows
you
that you know.
know.
Then you can start narrowing people down
Yeah.
and shit.
But your questions have to be vague enough that the spy can't guess what the movie is.
Yeah.
Yes. Because if he says, is it an animated movie? And you say yes,
Okay.
then the dude who
The
is
spy.
the spy is going to be like, okay, it's an animated movie.
so I'm an
Now narrowed
active part of the guessing also. I'm
Yeah.
not
down. Yeah. Yes,
So
yes.
basically, if you're not the spy, you have to try and find out who is the spy while also letting the rest of like the normals
group
know that you know the movie. But you can't let the spy know what the movie is.
Yeah.
Be vague, but not so vague.
Now,
When we
why-
play it, you'll understand it.
Yeah. No, you will. It's very easy.
You will, and you're an actor. You just
Yeah. Cool.
while you can ask questions that are misleading to try and weed
Yeah.
out who the spy is, when
Yeah.
you are asked a question, you cannot lie about the
Yeah.
answer.
Yeah.
Okay.
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 Unless you're the spy.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
you
but
just-
then
then you
you
just
know
don't.
you're the
Then we
spy.
know you're the
lying,
spy.
it's just-
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So let's
Chalo.
pass around the chits.
I get so nervous when
Yeah.
these chits are being passed, bro.
Inshallah.
You drop
Why,
one. You
is
dropped
there-
one. You
why,
dropped
there-
one.
why is there more than
Adi,
one
you
chit
dropped one.
though?
So we all the movie is written on all of them
Oh, okay,
except
okay.
one.
Yeah,
Ah, got it.
Yeah. So you'll see. We won't make you go first.
Okay.
Jay, you go first because we'll go in this order then.
Arey, wait now. Okay.
Okay.
Wait.
Spider-Man. Yeah, we know. We got this.
Jay,
Go for it.
Alright, cool. I have to ask her every time. Sometimes she'll tell me. Okay,
let's
Sid, does this movie have a lot of suits?
in a way.
It's crazy.
No,
bro.
for real.
Cannot say in a way.
Yeah.
Okay.
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 Interesting answer.
It's an interesting question. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. Adi,
Yeah.
is this movie based on a true story or a true person? Like a real life? It's based on real life.
No.
Okay.
Okay. Arjun,
And you can ask anyone the question.
Yeah.
But we're going in this.
I'm going to ask you.
Okay.
Is there an iconic, like a very iconic speech from this movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Adi, is there anything? No, wait. Okay, let me phrase it properly.
It's it.
He's always the spy.
Does the movie movie have anything to do with oranges?
Okay. I like you, Sid.
Yes. In a way.
In a way. This time it's actually in a way.
Yeah.
So
I
now,
like you, Sid. I
so
like
now
you. I like
it
you.
might be Ariana, might
It's
be
definitely
Arjun.
Ariana. Oh,
Might be
Yeah.
Arjun. He's gone a little under the radar.
you go.
Why
Ask him a
can't
que-
we-
Ask him a question. Ask him a question.
I'm feeling Ariana, but actually,
We should
what
make
was
them
his
ask
question?
each other, bro.
He hasn't
He
asked.
asked me
He hasn't asked yet.
Yeah.
if
There's an iconic speech.
There's an iconic speech.
Oh, that's a pretty easy one to say yes to.
Yeah.
Arjun, did this movie popularize a fast food item?
That's hella specific.
Bro, that's
It is very specific.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
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 Y'all shouldn't say that specific.
No, I'm saying it's specific because it could be a red herring Arjun, so he
Yeah.
might be on the
Yeah.
chopping block now.
I could just be saying yeah to it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Your question.
Your question.
Ariana, does this movie have more than one male protagonist?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Interesting because
Yeah, but
okay.
That's a good question. That's a good
Yeah.
question.
Great
Ariana,
question.
does this movie highlight certain features of a vehicle in a very iconic way?
oh, and that's not specific.
Arey, shut up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your question, Ariana.
This is the question we need.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
wanna
Bro,
hear.
if you
Yeah.
say it's very specific, then she's gonna say
Yeah,
yes,
she's gonna
bro.
say yes. That's what I was saying. But now let's see how vague she is.
Okay.
Be cool.
Ariana, be damn specific so we know you're not the imposter.
Okay. Jay,
Ariana.
is there a romantic angle in this movie?
Oh, no.
Okay.
Okay, are we doing one more round of questions?
Should we do another round or do we want to
Yeah,
guess?
yeah.
No.
Please ask Jay some questions.
Yeah, that was a.
I'm not gonna lie. I have not seen this movie.
Oh.
Like straight up. I just know enough to like talk about it.
Okay.
So just in case
Same.
you guys are like getting a little shifty on me.
That's a very convenient
That is. I think this side of the room, Arjun's question sort of cleared him, but I'm still a little wary.
Yeah.
Why are you asking again?
That's what it was. Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna
ask-
do
go.
Arjun, Sid do Jay, I'll do
Okay.
Ariana, then we'll decide.
Fine.
Okay.
I'm just telling you. Okay.
Okay.
Unless it's Sid also.
Guys, how was my
Do you-
vehicle thing not enough?
Okay,
for
okay,
you?
go ahead, Chal.
Do you think the director of this movie deserved to have been given more work.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like how you're answering your questions, bro.
Okay. I think he's gotten enough work, so I don't know if that's a good answer.
Oh,
Okay.
deep.
I hate playing spy with Aman.
Yeah, it's a movie.
It's so
such
stressful
fun.
when you're the spy, bro.
Sid Ariana, bro.
Yeah, Ariana. I'm kind of in the same boat as Jay Ashley at this point.
Oh yeah. Okay.
How
Be cool,
convenient.
be cool
How
about it.
convenient. Only they can be in the same boat.
Ariana,
I can't be in that boat.
was the movie like the timeline of the movie? Was it when it came out?
Was it set in the
Was it set in the timeline when it came out?
All right, that's cool. That's a cool question.
No.
I wouldn't be able to answer that. I'm telling you right now.
Even you don't know the answer.
I thought you all would know.
I know the answer. No is okay.
Okay.
Okay. So I'll go, then Arjun, then we call it.
Yeah. This is the closest round it's ever been. I'm
Yeah.
actually confused.
No, I'm telling
No,
you.
I'm pretty sure who it is.
Yeah, me too.
Actually, Adi, I think you should ask Arjun a question.
Ask me. If you
Okay,
wanna ask.
the confusion between Arjun and Ariana at this point.
I
For
don't
me.
think there's confusion with Arjun.
For me, it's between Arjun and
There's
Ariana.
no confusion with,
For me, it's
confusion with
between
Arjun.
these two. No,
Yeah.
it can't be now because
Yeah.
he's like, yeah.
And see, he knows it's not me because he knows what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'll just ask
Even
her.
I know it's not you.
Arjun, is there any close encounters with cheating involved in this movie?
Cheating of what kind?
Romantic cheating.
Okay.
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 I don't know enough about this movie to answer that question.
I do, so I'll.
Okay, chalo, Arjun, last question and then we'll
Okay.
reveal.
Oh, I ask.
Your last
I'd ask
question.
Ariana something.
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Ariana.
Ask now.
Just targeting each other.
What's the question though?
But then let's us also know that you are not the spy.
Yeah. Try and be specific.
It'll be hard for him.
2 for 1.
It'll be hard.
As a genre, what would you?
It's only yes or no questions.
Oh shit!
No.
Is it? No, that's not the
no,
right
no,
answer.
no, no, no.
That's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
the
she-
Yeah, yes or no.
No, bro.
Who
How
said?
can you
Let's go.
say that? I'll say, oh, who's the actor in the movie? And then you'll
But
tell
then you're
me.
revealing it, no?
Yeah, that's why you don't want
No,
to.
that's
if
actually a
you're the-
really insane
Means like
question,
I can
bro.
say Shah Rukh Khan is the actor and then there'll
But
be
that-
like 10 movies that Shah Rukh
Yeah,
Khan
but
is
then
the
that's a
actor.
different thing, no?
Yeah. No, let's go
Such
with it. Chalo,
defensive
go for it. Go for
behavior
a
from
I'll
question.
just say,
someone
okay,
who-
fine, ask.
What would
But the thing is, both the imposter and the person who knows it would like to know, ask a really,
This is a
really
banging
banging
question.
Go for it. Go for it.
Question, yeah.
What would you say is the most dominant genre of this movie?
I would say
Ah.
it is action.
Well done,
It's
Ariana.
1000% Ariana.
It's 1000%.
I think so.
Yeah. I
No,
think she's
bro,
the spy.
now
Who do you
I
think is the spy?
now I kind of think it's
No, no,
Arjun.
I think it's between them. I just don't know.
He was
who.
too specific with his questions, bro.
Are you
What?
kidding?
No, he wasn't.
Yeah, he
The
was.
two-person
The
thing, it
two-person
was
one,
very
he was.
specific. It was
But that's
specific
a
enough for me.
Okay, guys, let's vote.
Which
Let's
I
vote.
answered.
Let's vote.
Okay,
Let's vote.
Carl, yeah.
My vote's for Ariana.
Me too. Ariana.
Yeah, me too.
I vote Arjun.
Yeah, okay. 49-51, but Ariana.
Oh, okay.
I vote Arjun.
So Ariana loses. So
Hey, Sid,
are you the
change
spy?
your vote
Are you
right
the
now.
spy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you want to try and
Wanna
guess?
guess?
Fast and Furious.
One more guess.
That's cool, though.
I don't know, oranges and vehicles.
Pulp Fiction.
Oh, I haven't watched.
And the orange question was because of pulp.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's how
Guys,
sick to hear.
In
both
a
of you
way.
live in the same building, no?
Yeah.
Watch it today.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's so
Yeah,
good.
you've never seen it?
Dude, I have seen like most of Tarantino's films
Yeah.
except for that. That and Kill Bill.
So good.
But the director question you asked, has he not got...
Quentin
See, that
Tarantino.
Because he's done
should
stuff
have been a
since
no,
he's done
right?
stuff.
Because Tarantino's done enough.
No, but does he deserve to do
but the
more?
question is,
No, yeah,
has he?
I phrased it
He's
wrong.
not making more than 10 films.
Yeah.
First
I
of all,
phrased
so
it wrong.
I took it as like, should he make more than
Yeah.
10 films?
Okay,
Fuck
okay.
yes.
I clocked
You
once.
know?
Once you said yes, I was
Yeah.
like, I phrased it wrong.
Right.
We have another round. You want to do another round? We have time.
Yeah.
Okay.
have
I mean,
time?
if there's
Yeah.
time.
We can also, if you want not want
But
to do
let's
spy,
keep it to one round. I
we can
think.
do do imposter instead, where it's a movie only. So the other version of this game is you just have to say one word that relates to
Okay. We
Yeah.
can
Let's do this.
We'll switch it up.
Let's do that.
Imposter.
Explain this one.
it. You'll see when as we play it.
But only one round?
Yeah, but same
That's
thing.
okay.
Only one round of because it's
One.
imposter. It's a shorter format.
So just tell him the.
So let's do 2
So
rounds.
basically,
if it's
for
imposter.
example, like you'll see like again, let's say the movie is Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
So Sid will say orange,
Yeah.
and we'll be like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
We get it.
Adi would say fast food.
Just say keywords.
Just say
basically.
keywords.
One word. Okay.
And the imposter has to try and fit in.
guess it as soon as he can.
Yeah, no, the imposter has to just try and pretend like they're not.
Oh, like they're part
They're
of
part
this.
of it.
So they have to say
And
a
throw
word.
in a word.
Yeah.
But if the imposter gets caught, then they have the chance to win if they guess the movie. So again,
Okay.
you don't want to say like if it's
Okay,
Pulp
okay,
Fiction,
okay.
you don't want to say Samuel L. Jackson,
Yeah,
Diner and stuff like that.
Okay,
you want it to
fine.
be
Fine.
Cool.
Little vague. Okay.
Again, vague but not too vague.
Yeah,
is the
yeah, yeah.
sweet spot.
Yeah.
okay.
Who wants to start?
I can start.
Go.
5 of us know the word, 1 of us doesn't. This is imposter. The secret movie is, I'm gonna say yellow.
That's cool. That's cool. I like that.
Sequel.
Okay.
That's
I'm
cheeky.
gonna say a word and it's gonna be the best word ever.
Scissor.
Fuck, that was my word.
Oh, okay. That's interesting because
You gave it away.
You
No,
gave it
no.
away.
Oh,
Are
He's
you
not a
mad?
scissor fan
Wedding.
like that.
Yeah, he
Wedding.
doesn't know.
Okay.
Interesting.
Okay. Be super vague. I know what it is. I'm trying to be super vague.
Chalo, we know who
I
it
know what
is.
it is. I actually know what it is.
Sure.
Restaurant.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Ariana, you want to end it? Just
Death.
Okay. Dude, it might be Sid because if you're thinking what I think you're thinking.
I am.
It's
I
Jay.
am.
It's Jay. But we got
No. But follow the train of thought.
Fine.
At a restaurant.
Let's do a different one. I'm gonna say, and really, guys, I want you to really think about this one, okay? Because it's a long shot, but I want you to really think about this, okay? Maya Hawke.
I don't even know. What that is.
This is just like he's saying that it's a long shot. Really think about it, trying to get away with something fucking random.
Sure.
No, this is like very.
I'm saying Maya Hawke. If y'all
I
think it's
don't-
me,
I
you
don't-
know.
I don't-
The fact that you're so defensive about this
It might
shit,
be
bro.
Sid.
I don't approve of this, man.
It might
You
be
just
Sid.
like
It might be
say a word now, yeah.
What was his last word?
Bro, that's the worst
Yeah.
opening word you could have ever used, bro, because it's so 50-50, man.
It's not 50-50 when I know the movie, na.
So that is.
Okay, it's
Sid.
me. But I have no.
You wanna guess?
Yellow.
He won't know. He won't.
Restaurant,
Wedding.
think like chef.
Not that you've seen it.
Are you also?
I haven't seen it, bro. I haven't
No, I've never seen it.
Exactly.
What is it?
Kill Bill.
Kill Bill.
Oh, I have no idea what that
know.
is.
I knew Arjun
he
wrote
said-
these
he
because
said-
that's who I spoke about it to. Kill Bill. He
He
told me to
said
watch Kill
restaurant because you meant like Bill.
Bill, yes.
Oh,
my God.
That's
I
why.
thought that was a bit.
Bro, see, that's how vague you have to be. And if someone knows what you're talking about,
And he
then
said
they'll be like,
check.
yeah.
And he said check.
Yeah, check is
Check could be
cooler.
anything, bro. Like, whatever.
You said like tip or service.
But you
or
got it
something.
now.
And then wedding, of course, the brand.
yeah.
And yellow because of the jumpsuit.
Yeah.
And Maya Hawke because Uma Thurman's Maya Hawke's mom.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know all this. Man.
Yeah, even I.
Relax.
I'm telling you, that's why he's
Anyways.
the worst person to play this with. If you are the imposter.
Yeah. Thank you so much for being here, man.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me, man.
Empty shelf, empty
Yeah,
shelf.
before you leave, we'd love.
Is it
Down?
It is.
No
We can go
stress.
get it.
No problem, man.
But also, one of those things I have to, because I want to read something about it.
I love that.
Okay.
Awesome.
It's okay, prepare it while we get it.
Yeah.
So, guys, I have more than one item.
Yay!
we love that.
Because I was just
Bro.
like dead confused. One of them's a bit heavy, not heavy in weight, heavy
Yeah,
in thought.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
I love that.
And the other two are kind of light. Where should I start?
Start
One
with the
light. We go
light.
light. We'll go light.
Let's do a light
So
sandwich.
this is
Yeah, a light
so
sandwich.
this first is who
a
knows
heavy
who
sandwich.
this is.
Oh, of
Oh
course.
my God.
Chacha Chaudhary.
Chaudhary.
best.
Yes, of
wow,
course.
dude.
Guys, okay, wow. I'm
Yeah.
impressed.
Cool.
I'm impressed. So like growing up in the 80s, the only comics that we actually
Yeah.
had were Chacha Chaudhary. There was an Indian superhero called Supremo, who was actually an image of Amitabh Bachchan.
Ooh.
Yeah. No jokes. Check out Supremo
Wow.
comics. And Archies. These were literally Diamond Comics.
Yeah.
Chacha Chaudhary. And I thought in your extremely youthful podcast, a little old school vibes.
Oh,
That's amazing.
I
actually love that so
And we
much.
love a good figure, man.
Connect with an older audience. If
Chacha Chaudhary and his tall assistant Sabu. Yeah.
Exactly.
Sick. Thank
That's
you.
sick.
Yeah,
Sick.
most welcome. Okay, guys, this is a special one. It's a book called Har Sham Shaheen Bagh. It's I'm gonna read a little bit about it just so that I don't fuck this up. Harsham Shaheen Bagh is a book that documents the Shaheen Bagh protests, capturing the essence of the movement through photographs, drawings, and other materials.
Wow.
The Shaheen Bagh protest was a peaceful sit-in that lasted from December 15th, 2019 to March 24th, 2020, marking 100 days of resistance. It was predominantly led by Muslim women, many of whom were housewives, marking a significant movement in India's history of women activism. It includes various forms of art created during the protest, like graffiti, posters, poetry, a temporary library, highlighting the creative resistance of the participants. And it serves as a testament to the resilience and solidarity of the protesters, preserving the legacy of this significant social movement. It's put together, created by a very close friend of mine, Pratna Singh. Shout out, P. Singh.
Shout out.
And yeah, man, she's an extremely talented photographer, and she actually spent time in the protest, putting this together, self-published it, limited number of copies, very special to me. And I hope
That's sick, man. Thank you.
That's
That's
Thank
amazing.
you so much.
Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much.
There's pictures in this?
yeah, it's mostly pictures.
Amazing. My favorite book.
That's amazing.
I love the love the cover.
Yeah.
Aman, can you open it up to a page for the viewers?
Oh, by the way, there is a photograph that I have actually taken in there. Let me find that one. Let me find that one. Because one day I visited the site with her, and
Where did you say it was?
it was in a place called Shaheen Bagh in Delhi.
Okay. In Delhi.
Oh, she's noted all the sit-ins and the time that they were on.
Yeah, wow.
It's insane.
Oh man, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to.
This is
find-
a crazy one for the shelf,
something
bro.
like this.
Yeah.
One of these.
Is this available for purchase for our viewers?
It is. It is
Okay,
actually.
amazing.
But I'm not able to find that picture right now. But
What is it? So in case we flip through
I'll find it after.
Will you send us the link for the purchase thing so we can put it in the
Yeah.
description?
Absolutely, absolutely, I will. Yeah.
And this is cool as well. It gives all the information of the times and how
Yeah.
How long the sit-ins
Yeah.
went on for. That's
Wow.
amazing, man.
And the last item,
Yeah.
since you guys are podcasters, and I guess one thing that should not ever exist in your studio is an elephant in the room. So I have this this thing that will help ward off all other elephants in the room,
wow.
and it is
It is.
it is
Fuck
very sweet
yeah.
elephant.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah.
Is that a pipe?
Yeah. That's fucking sick, dude.
Perfect for the new studio.
That's
is
crazy.
so
That's
cool.
lit.
That's crazy.
Thank you so much.
It needs to be lit.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
They'll contribute to.
What? Oh, it's a gardening tool, obviously.
Yeah,
for,
yeah.
For my
Watering
plants.
plants.
You said you wanted
We
to
love watering
ocean
plants.
side.
Oh my
Yeah.
It's I have polyps. It's my nasal irrigation.
Yeah.
So not for
Such a
you.
fan of the show,
It's
huh?
not for any nefarious activities.
He's a
that
You
fan.
gotta
are
come to
going
the
on.
new studio and water plants with us, obviously.
I'm so happy because if my mom comes over, I can just be like, it's something a guest gave me.
yeah, exactly. Not like the time my dad found my homemade one. Yeah.
Wow, thank you so much.
sick.
man.
Thank you, bro.
Wait, before you go, you've given us a lot. We got a little something for you also.
Oh,
Oh my
So
god.
you got married 2 weeks ago,
Yeah.
3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And we just have a little
Oh, guys.
small gift for you, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
This you didn't need to do.
Nah, it's nothing. I mean,
How
compared to
sweet.
what you gave us, it's nothing. But it's just, as they say in India, muh meetha kan
Oh.
kijiye. So, yeah.
Oh.
Oh, thank you.
Just some nice sweets for you
That's
and hopefully
amazing.
and for your wife who hopefully now likes the show.
Yeah.
At least we can be sure she'll watch this episode start. Yeah.
Can we open it up for you?
If you
You want
want
to eat
sure.
something right now?
No. Right now, no.
Okay, cool.
Okay, we'll have it with our lunch.
But yeah, you guys will have it with me.
No, you have to take it home to your wife. How can you give someone a gift and say, yeah, we need it? What are you talking about, bro?
Hey, like one little bit.
Yeah, Mumita.
How sweet.
Arjun, thank you so much for being here, guys. We're gonna link everything of Arjun's in the description. Go show him some love from the HS, the army. And we can't wait to have you back on, whether it's in the form of a sketch, another episode, a drinking game, whatever it is. It feels like your family now.
Yes.
So thank you for being here. And before we sign off, anything you want to tell the viewers?
Nothing. Just like I just want to wish you guys the best. Like I said, I discovered you absolutely by chance, and I love what you guys are doing. I hope you keep growing, and wish you millions and millions of subscribers on this and your own individual
Thank you so
channels.
much.
And
Thank you, man.
That is
Thank you
so
much.
kind.
Fucking awesome.
See you guys next week on the Having Said That show.
Won't you pick a side? Making up your mind. I wanna get you home.